Hey, everybody, and welcome back to our monthly series of the best-selling games of the previous month. So that means today we're talking about the best-selling games of September 2023. I'm Tom Vasel.
And I'm Spencer Williams from GameNerdz, helping you with all of the data to provide
right.
the bestsellers of September.
GameNerdz is a great store where you can go online and buy stuff, and we're using their data to get this information. So we are now in a post-Gen Con month here, so I'm very curious to see how the numbers have changed.
Yeah, so one thing I noticed, and it's kind of funny, and it was, as we'll see, pretty much month after month after month, we've seen mostly no change in the expansions category, but the top 10 does have some really nice movers, climbers, but also a lot of new things. So I'm excited to go over this one because I like to talk about the new things that haven't shown up yet. So we'll go ahead and get started with number. So we'll get started with the top 5 expansions of September, and only one of these is new. So I'll go ahead and go with number 5 is the War of the Ring, the card game against the Shadow expansion. So we talked about this last month.
This is the first expansion for them.
Correct. Yeah. So we talked about this. It's just more cards, and I haven't played the game, so I don't know exactly how, but how those LCGs work with just more content to play. So it's definitely going to enhance the game if you're a big fan of it, but obviously not essential if you just want to play the base game. But it was previously it was number 4 last. What's up?
I said they're about to release, they just released at Essen, the second expansion, the solo cooperative one. I bet that one will sell extremely well.
Oh wow. Yeah, absolutely. That sounds really cool. But yeah, this was number 4 last time, so it did make way for a brand new one for number 4. Tom, you've kind of been trying to get this one in there and hasn't been in there once, and because we haven't really had an opportunity for it, I'm going to see if you can guess what the new addition to the best-selling expansions is.
Well, I don't know if it's too early in September, but it just was released to selling thousands of copies. I'm going to go with the Ark Nova expansion.
No, not quite. We will see that. But this is the newly listed Dune Imperium expansion, the Uprising. It's a pre-order. It's still in pre-order.
See, I don't know if this is an expansion because it is actually a fully playable game. So Dune Uprising.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's okay. We can allow it in this. In fact, that's what I'm going to say in my review, which has already posted by the time people have seen this, is that it feels like the base game of Dune with a new expansion added into it. So it's a weird kind of game because it is not. It's like Dune again. It's like a 1.5 version of Dune. The expansions for Dune both work with this game. So it's an unusual product. I'm not sure how people are going to greet it because it's probably better than the first Dune. In my opinion, I think it is better. But do people want to buy what is essentially 70% the same game again? I'm curious.
Interesting. Okay. But it has content in it that is exclusive to this particular release, right? You don't see it anywhere else, so you kind of have to if you want it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be interesting. But as of now, it was a very hotly wanted item last month. So, but yeah, we'll see where it ends up for October. Moving right along, nothing new for the rest of the list. Is number 3 is the Cascadia Landmarks expansion, and I believe that is very close to releasing, but it's still a pre-order at this phase.
The Kickstarter games have gone out for sure.
Okay.
So
yeah, this one,
and it was released at Essen. So yeah, so it should be out by now.
Okay. And then again, it's just the rest of these are just a little bit of a dance. That one dropped 2 places last month. It was number 1. Number 2 is the Lost Ruins of Arnak Expedition expansion. Yeah.
Wow, that must be great though. They are just continuously selling that. It just continuously sells.
Yep, it does. And sometimes you'll see both expansions on the list, but for now it's just the Missing Expedition. But then now we come to what number 1 is. You've already mentioned, and that is the Ark Nova Marine Worlds.
Oh, right. It was already on the list. Yeah, this is going to be number 1, I think, in October, too. We'll see. Maybe something will shoot up
definitely.
and pass it, but it's a small expansion, very easy to fit in. I love it, folks. Get it. 10 out of 10.
Awesome. You heard it here. 10 out of 10. And we'll move on to the 10 best-selling board games for September.
All right. So there's a lot of change here. I'm excited. Let's see what we got.
There is. I would say, well, we'll just get into it. Number 10 has been on the list before, but not last month. Very popular, small, solo, trick-taking game, which is For Northwood.
Oh,
this
that's right.
one is
solo and trick-taking.
Yeah, this one is. Yeah, this one consistently is one of our top sellers. It doesn't always make the top 10, but sometimes it's just shy of it. It's small. It's one of those things that's easy. If you're trying to get to that $75 free shipping threshold, it's easy to throw in there to get over that, and people love it. So that was number 10. Number 9 is brand new to the list. This is a pre-order, and depending on where you see it, I know I've seen some people have it. Maybe they got it at a convention. But this is, I'll give you some hints, it's a 2-player real-time game that takes place in the sky, and you play as a team.
It's not real-time, I don't think. If you're talking about
it's not real-time? Okay.
Scorpion Mask game, it is...
the Sky Team?
Sky Team, yes.
Okay,
it's not real-time.
It was real-time.
It's to simulate like a short period of time, but you're rolling dice and taking turns assigning these dice, but you're not allowed to communicate back and forth. This game is very popular. It was an early release was at Gen Con, so people were getting it there. I don't know if it's hit general release yet.
Yeah, I mean, I remember seeing a ton of buzz about it, and it's definitely one that I want to try. So lots of people do too. Pre-order in the month of September. That was number 9. Moving on to number 8, which is another pre-order. This is an Arcane 1 game. So I don't know if that's enough. I know they've had a couple of releases.
World Wonders.
What do you think
Straight
is most
up.
popular?
World Wonders is super popular.
Okay.
It is a fantastic game.
Yeah.
It sold, they had 500 copies at Essen, and they sold off in like the first 30 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay,
it's going to be a pretty big game.
Very cool. All right, so great for Arcane Wonders. And then going into number 7, I'm surprised this actually has not shown up so far on this list since it's been released, because it is a very popular, highly regarded game based on a video game. Any gave you anything recent? Mostly
based
recent?
on a video game, so it's not the rock game, is it? The digging in rocks. Oh, I forget the name of that game.
So this is a kind of a farming civilization game, sort of. I haven't played the video game, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but it's the Dorfromantik, the board game.
Oh, Dorfromantik, you're right. That is based on a video game. This is a cooperative farming game. It's like the closest thing to compare it to would be like if you're playing cooperative Carcassonne, where you turn over a tile and everyone kind of agrees where it goes. I find it to be too sedate for my taste.
Myths over. Okay, so like Myths over Carcassonne a little bit without the ghosts.
I haven't played Myths over Carcassonne, but I think it's even less stressful than that. You don't even win. You just get points, and then you try to get more points in the next game. That's all.
Okay. Oh yeah, very, very low stakes. It sounds like a very cozy game. Okay, number 6, a new one as well. Or actually, I think we talked about this last week or last month because it was a pre-order. Let's see. I don't see it on there. I feel like we talked about it. But anyway, it has been released now. This is the sequel or follow-up to a game that has a color in its title about a very famous historical building. So this would be...
A Red Cathedral. No. Orange Shall Overcome.
White. Yeah, well, yeah.
It's a follow-up to Red Cathedral.
The White Castle.
White Castle, yes.
Yes.
This was one of the hottest games at the Spiel Fair in Essen. So, yeah, this doesn't surprise me. De Vere is on fire these days.
I played it for the first time today, and it's great. I'm a huge fan of the Red Cathedral. Loved that one, and this I love that. It still feels like the same style, but it's obviously a very different game. So I think they did a great job with it. It's a lot of fun. I'm very curious to see what the next one will be. So
we'll start with blue or green or
Number
something.
Number 5, the green statue will be about Statue of Liberty. Although it's supposed to be gold or bronze. I don't know. Okay, number 5 is Scout. A little card game.
Really?
It's been on here a few times before. Last month it was on here.
I wonder what's causing a resurgence of this.
I know it was out of stock for a little bit, and also it's another one of those small games, easy to throw into an order. And from what I understand too, that it's pretty positively regarded, and I like it. So yeah, that one jumped quite a bit from the previous month.
All right.
5 places. Okay, number 4 has been out of stock for a bit, but in hot demand. So now that we had a restock of this game, it has come back to the list. Very,
Wingspan.
very, very... No, but they're on the same level as far as how hot the game is. You could say the entire world wants this game. Or the entire
Earth
planet wants this
Earth
game.
is back. That's right. Okay,
Yes.
so Earth
Yes.
was really popular at the beginning of the year, so I guess it was out of print for a few months.
It was. It definitely was. And I think, it's just one of those things that they're having trouble keeping up with the demand for it because of its popularity. But at the time of this recording, we had it, and it was the number 4 highest selling game in September.
All right, so what's better than Earth and Scout?
This is okay. Number 3, these probably all won't surprise you, but number 3 actually did not change one bit. We usually don't see that happen. But number 3 previously was Sea Salt and Paper, and this month, or September, was also Sea Salt and Paper. So
okay, well, this is the same category as Scout, a little small game that you can add to an order easily, and it's very, very popular.
Yes, absolutely. And, really low price point, too. Okay, so number 2, this is a pre-order, but as soon as we had it listed, I saw a huge spike, and I'd never heard of the game until I saw that where people were starting ordering it. I don't know what kind of clues to give you, so I'll just go ahead and say it. This is Nucleum.
Oh, okay. So Nucleum is from Board and Dice Games. It is a hefty Euro game. It's considered to be one of their best Euro games that's come out in a while. I've not played it yet. I believe David Turtzi is one of the designers. So it just was released at Essen. So you should be fulfilling those pre-orders soon.
Cool. The box looks cool. So it definitely is an eye-catching design for sure. And number 1 is you can think back through all the previous months. Nothing. This has changed. It's gone up a little bit. Very popular game. Always gonna be popular for a long time. It's gonna. I can't think of anything.
I don't know.
Any kind of clue, but no, it's the Ticket to Ride Legacy.
Oh, that's
the
right.
Legends of the West.
Since I finished it, I almost put it in my rear view mirror, but I'm realizing it's just, actually, I don't think it's released yet. I don't think it's coming out till November.
No, we don't. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, we definitely don't have our copies yet, but I'm really excited to give it a shot.
I'm going to get another copy of it when it comes out and play it with my family.
Yeah, it's just such a winning team and obviously a great brand to build off of, so it seems like a win-win for sure. But there you have it. Those are the top 10 games and 5 expansions from September.
Be interesting. So next month, when we get to next month, we'll be taking a look at October stuff. I did notice that what's that game called with the Marvel and the one from Restoration Games where they all fight each other. We had Spider-Man.
Yeah. The Tales to Amaze. Unmatched.
Yeah, Unmatched. I fully expect Tales to Amaze to shoot up the list. I really do. That's going to be...
And that's interesting. This is, now that you mention that, this is one of the first times we haven't seen an unmatched on the list. So
right.
That's not going to be the case for very long. And another one I expect to be on the list is Heat. We did get a restock of Heat Pedal to the Metal. So I'm sure that will be on there as well. I'm
going to make a call, too, that you'll see a little game called Forest Shuffle pop up on the list in a couple months. So keep an eye out for that one.
I don't think you're wrong on that one. So
I have the thoughts. Okay. Well, folks, thanks so much for watching. Spencer, thank you, and GameNerdz for giving us this information. And we'll keep doing this each month, folks, so you can see the differences back and forth. But until next time, I'm Tom Vasel.
I'm Spencer Williams.
We'll see you guys next time.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da.